Yesterday I was at a health expo and I saw something there that really stopped me in my tracks. Something I need to share with you because I think it's one of the biggest reasons why so many people spend their whole lives going in circles. And honestly, I used to be no different. Stick with me for a moment, this truly matters. So, yesterday I was at a health expo, a fair all about health, wellness, and longevity. And what I saw there was so telling. Such a perfect snapshot of what's happening in our society right now. There were booths with devices promising to build your muscle without you actually having to move. Ready-made fasting programs where you pay a small fortune for little ready-made packets you mix into daily soups, smoothies or porridge, and somehow that's supposed to count as a fast. Tech solutions for complex health problems that in reality take time and real work to address. And you know what? Those booths were packed. People were crowding around them. And then, on the other side of the hall, there were vendors offering genuine tools for self-help. Solutions where you actually have to show up, learn something, take ownership of your own health. Those booths, half empty. That really made me think. I want to be honest with you because I think we need to talk about this. We've gotten comfortable, or more precisely, humans are naturally comfort-seeking creatures. And I'm not saying that as a criticism, it's just biology. Our brains are wired to look for the path of least resistance. That was incredibly useful in evolution. Conserve energy, be efficient, stay alive. But modern life has taken that one step further. It's given us the ability to outsource responsibility for almost everything. And here's the problem with that. When we hand over responsibility, we hand over control at the same time. And we never actually get there where we want to be. Think about that for a second. I can't expect to get physically fit if I let a machine do the work for me. I can't become mentally healthy by lying on a table while some device plays sounds at me. I can't generally improve my diet by ordering pre-made packets and calling it a cleanse. That might sound harsh, but I'm saying it with care, because I know you're capable of more than that. Another perfect example of this are weight loss injections like Ozempic. I'm sure you've heard of them. And I get the appeal, I really do. Just inject something and the weight comes off. That sounds like a dream, right? It's so appealing that a lot of people are willing to overlook some pretty serious side effects. And we're not talking about minor inconveniences here. But even setting that aside, what happens when you stop taking them? The weight comes back. Because nothing about the underlying issues has changed. The root cause, the diet, the lifestyle, maybe even the emotional relationship with food was never addressed. All of that because we weren't willing to take the slower, harder path. The one that's uncomfortable sometimes. The one that takes longer, but the one that actually works sustainably without side effects, with real and lasting results. If you want to be physically and mentally healthy in the long run, there's really no way around it. You have to start taking responsibility for your own life. And I know that can sound big and overwhelming at first. But I promise you, it's not as hard as it seems. Your body is not your enemy. It's not complicated. It's actually talking to you all the time, constantly telling you what it needs. It sends you signals through tiredness, through hunger, through pain, through joy. You just have to learn to listen again, to build a real relationship with it. And that brings me to something I think is absolutely central to all of this. A lot of people today are generally disconnected from themselves. They can't feel themselves. They've lost touch with their own bodies. They don't even know what they really need anymore. Because somewhere along the way, they forgot how to listen to themselves. And that has usually its roots in childhood. In the moments where we learned to push our needs aside, where we weren't heard, where we had to adapt and fit in. And there's something else I think is incredibly important here. Groundedness, being rooted. When we're not grounded, when our energetic system is blocked, we simply aren't connected to ourselves. I love the image of a tree. A tree can only grow as tall as its roots grow deep. It's the same for us. We can only grow inward as far as we are truly anchored in ourselves, in life. And here I want to briefly touch on something I see a lot in spiritual communities. And I say this as someone who's part of that world, and I say it with a lot of love. There is this love and light culture. Think positive, raise your vibe, focus only on the beautiful, and I completely understand the desire behind it. But what often happens is that people find it hard to truly ground themselves. They struggle to embrace their shadow side. Negative emotions get denied or pushed away. And yet, and this is so fundamental, we are all of it. We are light and shadow. We are joy and deep pain. We are lightness and heaviness. When we reject a part of ourselves, we can never truly become whole. We can't fully take in the experience of being alive. We came here to live this life, all the shades of it, and not just the pleasant ones. And now I want to get to that part that means the most to me. Everything I've shared with you today, it's not a criticism, it's an invitation. An invitation to reconnect with yourself, to stop seeing your body as a machine that's supposed to perform and needs improvement, and start seeing it as a companion that's speaking to you, to stop treating your emotions, all of them, as the enemy, and start seeing them as signposts. You don't have to do any of this perfectly. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start small. Tomorrow morning, ask yourself, what do I actually need today? And then listen. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most courageous things you can do, and at the same time it's one of the most liberating because you stop waiting for something outside yourself to fix you and you start trusting yourself instead. And that, I believe, is the real path to a life that generally feels good from the inside out. Sustainably, authentically. Thank you so much for being here. If this resonated with you, please share this video. There might be someone in your life who needs to hear this right now. See you next time.